Have you ever
Has
lost
anyone
sight of
seen
someone
Jesus?
for just a moment?
Jesus,
Maybe your
where are
child,
you?
your little sibling, or even a friend. And suddenly your heart starts racing. Well, imagine Mary and Joseph. They were not in a mall. They were not at a bus station. They were on a long journey home, and they realized Jesus was not with them. This is the story of the day 12-year-old Jesus went missing, and what he was doing the whole time will surprise you. Every year, Mary and Joseph traveled from Nazareth to Jerusalem for the feast of the Passover. It was a big celebration. Crowded streets, songs, prayers, the smell of food everywhere. This year felt extra special. Jesus was now 12, old enough to understand the traditions, old enough to ask deeper questions, old enough to see the world with fresh curiosity. Mary and Joseph joined their relatives, neighbors, and friends. Traveling in groups made the long journey safer and more fun. Kids ran ahead, adults talked, and everyone moved together like one big family. After the feast was over, everyone packed up to return home to Nazareth. People gathered their belongings. Children ran to find their friends. The road became busy again. Mary and Joseph assumed Jesus was somewhere among the relatives. Why worry? He was a responsible 12-year-old. He was loved by everyone. He always stayed close, or so they thought. Hours passed. The sun began to set. The group finally stopped for the night. Mary looked around. Joseph checked the other families. Someone asked,
Has anyone seen Jesus?
Silence. That sinking feeling hit them both. Jesus wasn't with the relatives. He wasn't with the friends. He wasn't with the children. He was nowhere. Fear rushed in. They had traveled a whole day, one entire day, without their son. Imagine the panic. They hurried back toward Jerusalem. For 3 days, Mary and Joseph searched.
Jesus,
3 days
where
of
are you?
retracing
Has anyone
steps,
seen Jesus?
asking strangers,
Jesus,
calling his
where are
name
you?
through crowded streets, checking every possible place a curious 12-year-old might go. And then they walked into the temple courts.
Why do the scriptures say?
There he was, not crying, not lost, not afraid. Jesus was sitting calmly among the teachers, rabbis, scholars, the wise men of Israel. He was listening, asking questions, and answering with wisdom far beyond his age. Everyone was amazed. His mother, still shaken, said,
Son, why have you done this to us? Your father and I have been worried about you.
Jesus looked at them with peaceful confidence and replied, Why were you searching for me?
Do you not know that I must be about my father's business?
Mary didn't fully understand it then, but those words stayed in her heart forever. Jesus returned to Nazareth with his parents. He didn't argue. He didn't resist. He went home, obedient, humble, and growing. Luke 2:52 says, And Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man. Just a normal boy with a divine purpose. The day he stayed in the temple wasn't rebellion, it was revelation. He understood who he was becoming. His story reminds us of a few simple truths. Jesus has always been about his Father's work, even from a young age. Sometimes we
anyone
think
seen
Jesus is
Jesus?
missing, but he
Jesus,
is right where
where are
he needs
you?
to be. God's plans don't always look like our plans, but they lead us to deeper understanding. Wisdom comes from seeking God, asking questions, and staying close to his presence. Just like Jesus in the temple, we grow when we sit, listen, and ask. If this story encouraged you, then imagine what more you can discover by listening, learning, and drawing closer to God daily. Like this video if you enjoy these simple Bible retellings. Subscribe for more relatable stories and faith-building lessons. And share this with someone who needs a reminder that even when things seem lost, God is never far. Let's keep growing in wisdom and in favor with God and with people, just like Jesus did.